So I just wanted to make a quick little video to help parents and students understand a little better about the divisibility rules that we've been learning about the last couple of days. Divisibility rules are really handy for finding out if a number is divisible by a number, or if one number will divide into another. And where this skill will really help is when we start to work with fractions and we need to reduce fractions to lowest terms. When we start wanting to find common factors for a numerator and the denominator to reduce. So we'll just step through each of the rules and hopefully that will kind of clarify what's expected in the assignment tonight. So the rule for 2 is simply that the number is an even number. So in this case, 356 ends with a 6, so 2 is going to divide into it evenly. The rule for 3 is that if the sum of the digits is divisible by 3, then the number itself is divisible by 3. So if we add this up, 3 and 5 is 8, plus 6 is 14. In this case, 3 will not divide evenly into 14, so it will not divide into 356. So it won't work. The rule for 4 deals with the last 2 digits in a number, and what we have to be able to do is to divide them by 2 twice. So in this case, if we take 56 and we divide it by 2, we end up with 28. So there we've divided by 2 once, and then, if we can divide it one more time, that's twice. That means that 4 will divide evenly into 356. Okay. The other thing is it also has to be an even number. So if we're dealing with an odd number, we automatically know that 4 will not work. The same thing goes for 6 and 8. Okay. They all have to be even numbers for them to be divisible by those numbers. Okay. Divisibility rule for 5 is that it ends in a 5 or a 0. So in this case, 5 will not divide into it. The rule for 6 is that it must be divisible by both 2 and 3. So in this case 2 worked, but 3 didn't. So we know that 6 also will not work. Okay, the number, we'd have to have check marks in both columns here for 6 to work. The rule for 8 deals with the last 3 digits of a number. In this case, it's our whole number. And it's very similar to 4, except that we have to be able to divide it by 2 3 times. Okay? So we take 356. We divide it by 2, we're going to end up with 178. Okay, that's once. 178 is even, so we know we can divide it another time. So that'll be 89. That's twice. But now we have an odd number, so we know 2 will not divide evenly into 89. Therefore, 8 will not divide evenly into 356. Okay? So we needed to be able to divide it one more time evenly for 8 to work. Our last rule is for 9, and it's very similar to the rule for 3. And it is that the sum of the digits is divisible by 9. So again, we just add the digits up. And 9 will not divide into 14. So in this case, 9 will not divide into 356. So they're just quick little tips to help us find factors for numbers and whether or not they're divisible. And hopefully that helped a little bit with explaining the assignment tonight. If you need to get a hold of me, you can contact me through Edmodo, or you could give me a call. My number is 403-630. 634 2494. Thanks and have a good night.